It's with a heavy heart we remember a true legend, a guitarist whose riffs and solos shaped the soundtrack of a generation. John Sykes, a name synonymous with the roaring spirit of rock, whose music captured the essence of hard rock and metal, forever marking his place in history. For many, John Sykes was more than a guitarist. He was the heart and soul of some of the most iconic albums to ever emerge from the 1980s. His work with Whitesnake, especially their 1987 self-titled album, remains unforgettable. Songs like Still of the Night and Is This Love aren't just songs. They are anthems of love, heartache, and triumph. And at the center of those timeless tracks stood John Sykes, the man who crafted every note, every blistering guitar solo with the precision of a master and the soul of an artist. But despite the glory of those years, there was a shadow. After co-writing and playing every guitar part on Whitesnake's biggest album, John was dismissed before it reached the world. The band, on the verge of international superstardom, made a decision that would haunt them forever. But John didn't let that break him. He carried on, marching to his own beat, relentlessly creating and playing, a man undeterred by the cruel twist of fate. In the years that followed, John formed Blue Murder, a hard rock band that many believe never got the recognition it deserved. But even as the spotlight faded, Sykes continued to inspire, a guitarist whose technique was as unique as his spirit. His finger-picked solos were unlike anything heard before. They were fire. They were passion. They were him. His unmistakable tone, rich with character, is still celebrated by musicians around the world today. But beyond the music, there was something more, something that those who knew him well remember. A man with kindness in his heart, a man who cared for those around him. Sykes was a fighter, a man who spoke of his love and gratitude for his fans during his final days, never forgetting the people who stood by him through thick and thin. John Sykes may have been a virtuoso guitarist, a true rock hero, but he was also humble, genuine, and loving. The kind of person who lit up a room with his mere presence. He stood for the underdog, and in doing so, he became an underdog himself, the unsung hero of rock who left a legacy that would outlive him. And now, as we mourn his loss, we remember the man who defined what it meant to be a rock star, the man whose guitar we can still hear, whose music will never fade. John Sykes, we thank you. You've left us with the music, the memories, and the legend, and that will never die.